Hi everybody, Elke here. I just wanted to jump in and just share with you some tips if you're struggling or you're in a writing rut, which sometimes happens. In the last video I shared with you some tips on how to get excited about your story again, and this is kind of similar or an extension of that, but we all kind of get stuck in a rut sometimes, whether it's the beginning, the middle, or the end of the story, or maybe we just even haven't started because we just can't seem to get out of that rut that we're in. So I'm going to share with you some tips to help you get out of that rut. And these are tips that I absolutely use myself and that help me. First one is change your schedule. And what that means is change where and when you write. Now, I use this all the time because I write mostly at home, and when I'm in a rut, I go to the coffee shop or I go to the library, or if I'm always writing at my desk, I write at the table or sometimes in my son's room. I just mix it up because sometimes when you're writing in the same place all the time, it starts to feel like work, and that makes it a little bit harder to continue to write or to get out of that rut. When you write as well too is sometimes if I'm struggling to write in the mornings, then I will switch it up and work at nights, or vice versa. Or maybe if neither of those are working for you, I used to love writing on my lunch hour. That was really a great mix-up for me, and I found that when I was constantly changing the where and the when, it really helped me to not get stuck in a rut. So the second way to get out of your writing rut is to work on a different story. And if you've been in this group a while, you know that I have written and worked on more than one book at a time. I usually read more than one book at a time. This isn't for everybody, to be honest. I think the most books I wrote in a year was 4, and I told myself I would never do it again because it was really stressful. I'm grateful that I had the experience of it, but and I really was able to get through and write 4 stories, but like I said, it was really stressful. But if you're stuck on your story and it just isn't, you're just in a rut, what you can do is start on another story, or perhaps go back to an old story maybe that you put on the shelf that wasn't doing it for you. Just try something different. Maybe another thing you can do is to maybe work on writing some poetry or short stories or a novella. Sometimes mixing it up can help you to get out of that rut. And the third thing that you can do is, and I'm a huge advocate for this one, is to spend some time either in nature or on your own, some alone time, because it's easy to get in a rut. Sometimes it's not necessarily a rut, but it is that you are just so overwhelmed and so stressed with everything that's going on in your life, and you're trying to add writing to that, and it just isn't working, and you just perhaps just need a break. You need some you time. Now, that's easier said than done, especially if you have kids and a family. You might not be able to go like on a weekend getaway or something like that. For me, my favorite is just going for a walk. I have a blanket, I'm actually sitting on it, that I like to go out. I'm right on the edge of a golf course and sit out under the trees and just lay down under there and just relax. Sometimes I hang out there for an hour, sometimes longer. And it really helps me to just de-stress and relax. I also used to love to do a spa day, where I would just go get a massage, drink some cucumber water, and just relax in the room after, or just get the whole works done. Whatever works for you to help you to de-stress. Sometimes that's what you need to help you to get out of a rut. Now, the fourth thing that you can do to help you get out of a rut is read your favorite book. Now, I don't do this so much anymore. I used to before I actually connected with a lot of writers, and when you have a lot of friends who are writers, the read list goes through the roof. So I don't get to read some of my favorite books as much as I used to. But I did have a handful of books that I used to read at least once a year, every year, just as a way to help me, to encourage me and inspire me, because these were books that basically made me know that I wanted to be a writer. So that is another way to help you get out of a rut, is to just read your favorite books, or read a book perhaps that was one that helped you to make the decision that said, yes, I want to be a writer. And last way, well, not the last, but the fifth way that you can get out of a rut, and this is one that I do, actually I've just started more recently, is listening to, and when I say recent, I mean within a year, is to listen to a new podcast, YouTube, or audiobook. And it could be just something, I personally like to try ones that are to do with areas in my life that I want to improve, or whether that's in my personal life or in my writing life. Like if I'm in a rut with my meal planning, I have a few channels that I subscribe to, that I go and I watch their meal preps. And every once in a while what I'll do is I'll find a new one that's doing something slightly different, or perhaps something that I've wanted to try for myself. Like recently I found this one that she does snacks, like healthy snacks that you can make to take, because I'm a big snacker. I love snacking and I don't always make the healthiest choices. So that is one thing I started, is to find a YouTuber that helped me with that. With regards to my writing life, I love finding YouTubers and podcasters or audiobooks that are helping me with a specific area. One that I started semi-recent is one where it's all about mindset and creating a $1 million author mindset. So I absolutely love that. It's really great. It's just a way to shift your mindset and striving towards becoming a millionaire author. So that's a new one for me. And another thing that I love to watch, because I'm a bit of an organized systems processes fanatic. If you've been in the group here a while, you know that. So I love finding new podcasters, YouTubers that actually talk about and actually show you how they arrange, organize, and just systemize things in their life and in their business. So that is another way that can help you to get out of the rut in your writing life. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the content in this video. Give it a thumbs and a like if you would. That would be fantastic. And share with me, I'd love to hear ways that you help yourself to get out of a rut. Bye.